scheduled city council meeting. Appreciate you being here. Can I ask you to all please rise for tonight's invocation? Tonight's invocation will be given by Pastor Rick Malagani, a pastor at Fairhope Christian Church, and if I can ask you to remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Psalm 136:1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his steadfast love endures forever. O Lord, we do give you thanks for your love and for your ever-present spirit. Look upon us this evening, giving us wisdom and patience as we discuss and make plans for the future of this wonderful city and its people. Help us keep in mind that we serve others, especially those whose voice is limited or marginalized. Remind us that we are all one people and each is valuable and worthy. Guide us this evening so that our decisions align with your will and for your purposes. For it is in your loving name we pray and lift up this prayer. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Pastor Malagani. Appreciate you. Okay, council. First order of business will be to approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting and the work session that were held on September 27th. Do you have any additions, changes, modifications to those minutes?
Make a motion we approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes as submitted. Any further questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay, motion carries. Mayor Sullivan, your report, please.
Good evening. Thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to recognize somebody who's here tonight who has served on our Board of Adjustments. Mr. Schneider, we come forward. Mr. Schneider has served for almost 15 years on our Board of Adjustments, and I just wanted to give him a certificate of appreciation to thank him for his service. It says, this certificate is awarded to Dick Schneider in recognition of your volunteer service as a member of the City of Fairhope Board of Adjustments. Thank you for your dedication and to this board. It is to be commended. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder.
Appreciate your service.
Yes, sir.
The other thing that I just wanted to go over was the budget. Hopefully tonight we will get that budget approved, which we're very excited about. I wanted to, again, publicly thank the staff, Kim Creech, Iselin is here, I believe, Sarah, who also works in their department, as well as the leadership team for their dedication to the timeline that I set forth several months ago and to their commitment to get this budget passed on time. So thank you very much. Thank you to the council, too, for the many meetings that we've had and for the great questions and for, just your leadership for the City of Fairhope. The few things that I just wanted to highlight that's in the proposed budget is it's a $113 million budget. That's a pretty significant increase, and that has to do with some of the infrastructure that we're going to be upgrading in the water and wastewater department. But infrastructure and growth continue to be a primary concern, obviously, for me and for the city, and I'm sure for the city council. Right now, the proposed budget has utility investments of $23.6 million and resurfacing projects of over $400,000. Also, that does not include the Restore project, which is $10 million, which will be an upgrade to the wastewater system. The other thing that we strive to do is to protect our natural environment and the parks that we all enjoy. And this year, the budget has $2.9 million in park investments, and that includes a regulation track at Founders Park, some upgrades to restroom facilities, some improvements at the Boys and Girls Club, 4 new baseball fields, including new LED lighting and restroom facilities, new lighting at several parks, and again, that does not include the $6.2 million investment from the Restore grant that we will make in our waterfront project. Also, another thing that's important to me is customer service. Serving our citizens and serving them well and making sure they're taken care of is what we strive to do every day. And some things that were in the budget that we're proposing is the automated metering infrastructure, the AMI, that we will be installing meters for the electric department. That's a $2.2 million investment. That's a partnership with AMEA. And so that $2.2 million. Also, Invoice Cloud online payment system. Right now, our online payment system is not the greatest system in the world, to be honest. We have a lot of people, it's very confusing to them, so being able to, I think y'all approved that several months ago, but to be able to implement that and also adding some employees to our customer service department. The other thing is employee retention. We all know that right now it's very competitive to keep employees and to retain those employees, to hire them. So some things that we have in the budget this year include merit increases, also some cost adjustments or some salary adjustments for those lower entry-level positions to be able to hopefully be competitive in their pay. Also opening a Symbol Health Clinic. I think Richard Johnson, Public Works Director, announced that we would be starting that project fairly quickly and hoping to open that Symbol Clinic in January, and also doing longevity pay based on the years of service for an employee that would increase from $250 to $1,000 depending on how long they've been here. So those are just a few things from the budget that I wanted to highlight based on some priorities that I have. Again, infrastructure and growth, protecting our parks and natural environment, customer service, and employee retention. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Sullivan. Do you have anything else to present tonight? Okay. Next item will be public participation for agenda items. A reminder, this will be for agenda items 6 through 18. Item 5 is a public hearing, so you could speak to that when we get to that item if you so choose. And if you have anything else that's not on the agenda, I will remind you that you'll have an opportunity at the conclusion of tonight's meeting. So if you'd like to address the council on items 6 through 18, if you'll come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, please. Okay, seeing no one, I will close public participation for agenda items, and I will remind you one more time that you have an opportunity at the conclusion of tonight's meeting to address the council on items that were not on tonight's agenda. Council comments. Councilman Martin?
Well, I just want to say how excited I am for where we're going as a unit, as a city, as a community. As you heard on the agenda, there are a lot of projects going into play, and I just want to thank all of our workers for the city, for the work that they're doing. I want to thank the mayor for the work that she's doing, and I think the community is going to be excited about what's happening in the near future here. So kudos to everybody, man. I'm excited about where we're going.
Councilman Conyers?
Yes, sir. I've got a couple comments. I know we've got a big football game Friday night. Fairhope versus Baker. Please come out and watch that. We're having a really good season. And I also do want to brag on the middle school team for Fairhope is playing in the championship on Thursday evening against Daphne. So that'll be an exciting game. And then lastly, I wanted to mention that Kiwanis Club of the Eastern Shore is having their gumbo cook-off at Halstead Amphitheater this weekend. So come out and support that. It should be a beautiful, beautiful day, and it's a great way to kick off a Saturday.
Councilman Boone?
Yeah, I just want to say, agree with the mayor and give kudos to the staff, because I think this budget's one of the best budgets I've seen. I think it's done a remarkable job of getting it done this quickly and get it passed. Hopefully we can get it passed tonight. I don't see any issues with it, so
A little hint.
hopefully it will be passed.
I always get to go last, and I was going to say the same thing.
Oh, that was all for me, thank you.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Go ahead.
That was it, no problem. Go ahead. I turn the floor over to you.
I did kind of cut him off. didn't I?
Yeah, you got to hit the gavel next time.
I did kind of recognize.
There's any opportunity to get a poke in at you there, Jack?
That's all right. I deserve it. No, but thank you, Mayor and Kim and all your staff, and all the department heads that, had to make probably untold number of presentations and get things past the mayor and make adjustments to what you'd submitted and work back and forth. And I know that to all the council members that had, lots and lots of meetings with, whether you were meeting with a department head or with Kim or the mayor or maybe with another council member to go through this budget. I mean, it's a lot, folks. I mean, this is I think that's maybe the final version, but oh, wait, no, there were some more pages coming in at what time? 4:25, because this was the second draft, and that wasn't quite enough, so I think that the first draft is probably back in the file cabinet, and this is the third draft, so there's a lot of work that goes into it, and you see us in the meetings just scratch the surface, but there's an awful lot of work, and I don't know if I'm so enthused about spending $130 million as some of you are, but I mean, I kind of choke on that number. But anyway, I do think it's a great budget, and I do think that I'm glad that we're getting it done in October, and I think that that's a tribute to the mayor for putting together a budget, starting with revenue projections, Kim, that we could easily follow, and the numbers made sense, and it was easy to understand and easy to follow, too. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. With that, I'll close council comments, and I'll move to item number 5, which is a public hearing of an ordinance to approve an application from Lonnie Gibbs doing business as Mustache Mike's for a franchise agreement to install and operate Italian ice vending cart, 100-foot to 200-foot left of the Fairhope Boardwalk Pier. Can somebody introduce this ordinance, please?
I'll introduce it.
Okay. Lisa brought this to us. I guess I have a question. He had an existing franchise agreement that I guess it expired.
They expire in 3 years, and he didn't come back to renew it. And
They
now
did
he's
what?
wanting to, he didn't come back to renew it, now he's wanting to renew it.
Okay, he's wanting to renew it. I mean, Kim, is there anybody in here from the revenue office? Is there any reason to deny this? Did they pay their
20%.
Franchise fees on time?
I can enlighten you a little bit with the situation, in that when it was time for renewal, he got COVID. And basically it just slipped his mind, so he wasn't able to renew it, worrying about his COVID cases. And then he really didn't think about it until he was notified that he had to renew it, so he went through the procedures, the proper procedure to go ahead and get this done. But he's been doing it, prior to this, and I'm sure had it not been for COVID, we wouldn't even be sitting here talking about this, other than it failed to be renewed.
Well, I think I'd still ask the question if they've been complying with the franchise agreement and paying their fees on
Oh, yeah.
time. Do we know? And it's a good time to review it. I mean, not a big deal, but if we have vendors down there that aren't following procedure, I'm not quick to renew. Do we know?
I did not know. I had to look it up and look it back.
Okay, well, we just introduced this tonight. We'll let it lay over for final consideration. That's just the one question I had. I have no reason to believe they weren't doing so, but I thought it'd be a good time to ask.
I think too, it has to go through a process with multiple people signing off on it. And if he wasn't compliant, I doubt that all those people would have reviewed it and signed off on it and moved it forward. But that's just my
I
opinion.
hope you're right.
Me too.
All right, we'll let that lie over for final consideration at the next council meeting.
You want to open the public hearing?
Yeah, let's open the public hearing. Kevin, you want to start since I cut you off?
No, I'm fine. I had my say.
I'm
Thank you.
sorry. Thank you, Lisa. I'm sorry. We'll open up the public hearing. If you want to speak to this franchise agreement application, if you'll come to the podium and state your name and address for the record.
Let's see, public here.
Okay, I'll close the public hearing. Now we'll let this lie over to the next council meeting. Item number 6 is an ordinance to repeal and replace ordinance number 1463, amending Chapter 20, the traffic, Article 1 in general, the Fairhope Code of Ordinances, specifically the committee members. Who's here to speak to that? Mayor, do you want to speak to that? Or Lisa?
I can speak to
Will
it.
you speak to it, please?
There were people on the committee that weren't actually needing to be, like the Community Affairs Director. And I think it was also another person, I don't remember the name of it, but we ended up putting them, the ones that needed to be, that works with the streets and the traffic.
Okay. So 1 is just in the name only because that position doesn't exist anymore?
Correct.
It's just been such a long time since we talked about changing that.
Correct. But it's
Okay.
Planning and Zoning Manager, you've got the Development Services Manager on there instead of just the Planning Director.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Do y'all have any questions for Lisa? Okay. We'll just let this lie over for final consideration
Needs
at
to
the
be
next
introduced.
council meeting.
And I'll introduce the ordinance.
Yeah, introduce
you.
the ordinance. Man, I'm batting about 300 right now. Thanks, Corey.
I'm here for you.
It's so short, I'm trying to rush through it. Okay. Number 7 is an ordinance to declare that certain real property of the City of Fairhope, that's part of the K-1 Center for the Fairhope Educational Enrichment Foundation, incorporated outline in Exhibit A attached to the lease is not needed for public or municipal purposes in response to an offer to lease property from October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2046. Would somebody introduce the ordinance?
I'll introduce it.
See if I can get this one right. Okay. We've been talking about this lease now for probably 2 years. FIF has made multiple presentations. They want to use it for a STEAM Center of Excellence. And so we've been back and forth with FIF's attorneys now for maybe on the order of months. And that doesn't mean that there was a lot. It was just, getting language correct, liabilities, insurances, and things like that. So I know that Marcus, if he was here, he could speak to it better than me, but I know that he's been through this probably countless times, and I've sat through it with him countless times. I think, Mayor, you've been caught up to speed on that. I know that we could let this lay over for the next meeting for final adoption, but I know that they want to get it, they postponed the groundbreaking ceremony, and they want to get this started soon. So I don't think anything's going to change at all in this lease, so I'm going to ask if anybody wants to suspend with the rules and make a motion for immediate consideration. We can.
I'll make a motion for immediate consideration.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for immediate consideration. Thank you. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor of hearing the motion now, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Do you want me to roll call?
Yes.
Do we need to do that for immediate consideration? We have to have a roll call
Yes.
vote? Okay.
Council President?
Aye.
Place 2?
Aye.
Place 3?
Aye.
Place 5?
Aye.
Still didn't get it right.
Well,
All right.
you earning your
We have
keep
faith
today.
that you
All right.
can
Does
do it.
anybody have any
We're just
questions?
testing you.
Been on a boat for 2 days.
Yeah. Looking at the stars.
That's right. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the lease? We do have Tut filling in for Marcus as well. Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion for final adoption.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any final discussion?
Just want to say that I think you did a good job drawing the boundaries and having the foresight to cut out that one parcel that we don't have an immediate need for, but we very likely will within the time frame of the lease. So glad you were thinking ahead.
We did that same thing. If you're talking about where the old office building is, and we also did it on that, if you're looking, it'd be on the
northwest corner.
as well.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's the one
referring
you're
to.
talking about?
Yes, sir.
Well, if you also see, we
And
carved
down on the
out,
southeast.
carved that
portion.
out where the old administration building was as well. And they may ask us to, if we're okay with tearing that down, and to which I think we may be okay with. We would still, they would not have a lease on that property where that building is, but it's going to provide a visual down to the Pelican's Nest, is I think what they were trying to create there.
Gotcha.
Any other questions? And thank you for that comment.
Absolutely.
Okay. Clerk, will you call the question?
Council President?
Aye.
Place 2?
Aye.
Place 3?
Aye.
Place 5?
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries. Thank you, council. Item number 8 is a resolution approval of the FY.
Question, it says that there's going to be a exhibit, Exhibit A or something here, to show us, and I didn't see it come up. Is there an exhibit for it or no?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, there is an
We have it in
exhibit,
our-
and the mayor just told me that she'll get you a copy of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, sir. And that was the parcel that we were talking about, and I think we probably presented it in a public meeting, I don't know, maybe half a dozen times. So, okay. All right. Thank you, though. Okay, item 8 is a resolution approval of the FY 2021-2022 budget. You want me to read all of that resolution, council?
No.
Okay. I'll just kind of hit the high points. The resolution touches on the annual salaries of the city personnel as shown on the list entitled Annual Salaries of All Personnel. Said list is filed in the office of the city treasurer. Also authorizes the portion of the sales and use tax revenue for 2021-2022 that is restricted in the general fund debt prepayment account can be used for general fund operations up to the $2,500 in reduction. Talked about that in tonight's work session.
2.5 million.
We authorized the portion of the sales and use tax in FY 2021-2022 that's restricted in the capital projects fund. Can be used for the general fund operations up to the $2.5 million. We also talked about that in the work session. And something that we didn't mention, but I think bears mentioning, it says also, be it resolved that the council hereby approves a 1% raise across all departments, general government, and utilities, including employees capped for this budget cycle, and a 2% set aside for merit raises for the City of Fairhope employees as defined in the proposed budget. And then last but not least, that all raises and salary changes adopted in the budget will become effective the day it passes. Now, there are raises and salary changes in the budget that have been proposed, so that last sentence will catch that. The 1% raise will catch a 1% across the board, and then the 2% set aside will be defined by department heads and managers. So there's several different components of that, but everything I believe should read correctly. And if you get a merit raise that's adopted in the budget, you will also get the 1% raise across the board, but you will not be subject to any of the money, the 2% set aside for the merit raise, because your merit raise was already set and adopted in this budget. That make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You got that?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. All right. And I think that Kim gave a very thorough overview, at least, of the budget in tonight's work session. So does anybody have any questions for Kim one last time?
I'll make a motion to approve the budget, 2021-22 budget.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the 2021-2022 budget. Any final discussion?
I had a question.
Okay, hearing none, all those in favor of the budget, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
My question is, on the budget, the mayor read off of a line for the amount of paving that's gonna take place, and repaving and so on. Is that list of what's coming up available to us?
Yes, it will be listed on the city's website. The entire budget will be posted on the city's website.
Will it detail the places?
Do you have a detailed list of that?
We have a working list, it's gonna come back to y'all, so.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a budget number, what I'm hearing now, Mr. Snyder, it's a budget number, and then that list comes back for the council for approval, and it's usually a list of, 15 or 20 streets. So that'll be on an upcoming agenda. Right now, it's just a placeholder, an amount of money set aside for that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, item 9 is a resolution for City of Fairhope holidays for FY 2021-2022. You should have a list of them. I'll entertain a motion to approve those holidays.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, please say nay. All right, motion carries. Item 10 is a resolution. The City Council approves Dewberry Engineers for an increase to the professional engineering services for project number 2, Bayou Drive, Fairway Boulevard, and Fairhope Avenue Transmission Systems Phase 2A. Improvements from Fairhope Avenue at Ingleside to Bishop for construction engineering inspection services that were not included in the original contract, which was for design and master planning, and authorizes the mayor to execute Amendment No. 2 to the contract with an estimated cost of $102,609.65. Did we cover this in the last work session, Jason? You want to brief us on this then? Who put this on the agenda then?
No, this is a carryover. The contract was originally done before I came. And I talked to Tim first about if we don't have any, we don't know. Why, I thought, why they're asking for it now, looked like he would have had CNI on the original contract.
Yeah, is
'cause
this a
is just
change
an
order?
extension.
Change order, it has to
It's
be
an
a change
increase.
order,
So, I honestly can't answer.
which is a change order.
No, sir, no, ma'am. I did
I'm
not.
not exactly comfortable voting on something that
Let's table it.
Nobody knows
I make,
about it.
I move to table it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that didn't come from us.
All right. I have a motion to table this.
Second, or so moved.
Okay, I have he motioned
Yeah,
and
second,
second
then.
to table this item. Okay, any other discussion? Thank you, Jason. You know, because in your report earlier, you didn't mention that as an agenda item. I didn't want to call you out as forgetting it, but when you didn't bring it up, I was a little curious, so, yeah, we'll look into it. All right, we have a motion and a second to table this item. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay. Y'all get us some more information on that. Item 11 is a resolution. The City of Fairhope approves the procurement of 876 gas pressure regulators for the gas department for inventory to be purchased from MT Decent, a sole source provider in the state of Alabama. They're also the authorized iron gas utility distributor, also known as the cash gas utility distributor. That's a joke. That's what we're laughing. The units must fit into our existing standardized system and are exempt from formal bid pursuant to the Code of Alabama. The total cost will be $26,222.76. Terry, do we need these items? Did you know about these? Yes, sir. Okay, good. All right. Can I get a motion to produce these?
So moved.
These
Second.
regulators? Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, please say nay. All right, motion carries. Thank you, council. Item 12 is a resolution, the City of Fairhope vote to purchase two 2021 Chevrolet 2500 HD 4x4 Silverado trucks and service bodies for the Water and Sewer Department. The type of vehicle needed is on the Alabama State Department of Purchasing bid list, and therefore it does not have to be let out for bid, with a total estimated cost of $95,349.90. I believe that these were originally budgeted in the 2020-2021 budget, and we rolled it into the 2022 budget. Are these the trucks that we've tried to purchase like 3 times already?
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to get them tonight? You say they're going to sit outside the dealership?
They better,
door by
they
7 in the
better,
morning.
yeah, sit on the
I
doorstep.
wanted to go on a road trip.
Yeah.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to purchase these 2 trucks, please.
So moved. Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say nay. All right, motion carries. Item 13 is a resolution, the City of Fairhope vote to procure an unbudgeted patch management software, ManageEngine Desktop Enterprise Edition for the IT department. The software is available for direct procurement through the OMNIA Partners Contract, which has been nationally bid. Therefore, it does not have to be let out for bid. The cost will be $5,993.36. The software is to patch Windows, third-party, and all operating systems as recommended by Warren Averitt Technology Group. Jeff gave us a good description of this in the work session, so I'll entertain a motion to procure the patch management.
So moved.
software.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? Kim, you know where you're going to get the money from? For the management software?
No,
That ship sailed.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.
Okay. So on the patch software, will that just come out of the IT budget for 2022? Yes. Since it was unbudgeted, can you get it in there? Okay. All right. We have a motion and a second, right, Lisa?
Yes, you do.
Does anybody need to introduce anything?
No.
Do we need a roll call vote?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye. Aye.
You're on it, bro.
Opposed, say nay. No, I'm coming back to life.
Coming back.
Item 14 is a resolution, the City of Fairhope vote to procure a Kronos timekeeping system maintenance annual renewal for December 30th, 2021 to December 29th, 2022 for the IT department with a cost not to exceed $25,246.08. They are the sole source service through Kronos and authorized procurement based on the option allowed by the Code of Alabama. This is our timekeeping software. I throw up every year when we vote on this, but I'll entertain a motion to keep it going.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Bless you.
Okay, hearing none. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Item 15 is a resolution the City of Fairhope, Fairhope City Council hereby accepts the gift of one artwork to the City of Fairhope from Stacy Howell, known as Oak Trees, a 29 7/8 by 40-inch oil painting on canvas valued at $3,000. Oh, where's the
I
painting?
didn't see a picture of it.
Oh, it's at the Welcome Center.
Oh, I want to see it.
I sent y'all a picture
Mm,
via email,
Did you?
Okay.
Have we got a presentation, have we got an exhibit?
no exhibit.
I think I remember seeing that, but
It's a treat.
did you approve of it, Lisa? Did you like it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, very good. All right, I'll entertain a motion to accept the gift, please.
So moved.
Second.
Do we have a second?
Yes.
All right. Was that you, Kevin?
That was me.
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Jumped right in there.
Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say nay. All right, motion carries, thank you. And thanks for the gift as well.
Yes.
Item 16 is a resolution the City Council hereby approves a one-time field use agreement with Blast Soccer to rent the Manley Soccer Complex for $4,000 for its two-day 2021 Halloween tournament. Standard damage and cleanup deposits are required and will be returned to Blast Soccer on the completion of the tournament as specified in the agreement. All other terms and conditions of Fairhope Standard Field Use Agreement shall apply and are incorporated into the approved agreement. I'll entertain a motion to approve the one-time field use agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions? See, Mr. Giddings, he is with Blast Soccer. He's also a rec board member, and I know that he and Councilman Martin and I and another member of the soccer community worked really hard to hammer this out. We appreciate it. Appreciate what y'all doing, and a lot more to come with soccer. One of these days, we'll get the field use agreement, nailed down. Okay. Any other comments? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say nay. All right, motion carries. Thank you, council. Item 17 is an application for a special events license or an alcoholic beverage license by Thomas B. McGregor, doing business as Top Shelf Bar Services for the Fizzy Fest located at 300 Fairhope Avenue on October 24th, 2021 from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Chief, any reason to deny this application that you know of?
No, sir.
Okay. Council, I'll entertain a motion to approve
So
the
moved.
license.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor of approving the application, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say nay. All right, motion carries. Thank you, council. Item 18 is an application for a restaurant liquor license by Julie Tu for JLJ Ventures LLC, doing business as the Bay Breeze Cafe Bar and Grill, located at 212.5 Fairhope Avenue in Fairhope, Alabama. Chief, is there any reason to deny this application?
No, sir. All good.
Okay, council, I'll entertain a motion to approve the application.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say nay. All right, the motion carries. Thank you, council. Public participation for non-agenda items. If you have anything to bring forth before the council, if you'll come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, we'd appreciate it.
Good evening. My name is Stephanie Durnan. My address is 209 Hemlock Drive in Fairhope. I wanted to bring it to the council's attention that the city is a sponsor of the Fairhope Film Festival and that the festival is currently in violation of State Law 2021-493, specifically Section 1, subsection D, which reads, An entity or individual doing business in this state may not refuse to provide any goods or services or refuse to allow admission to a customer based on the customer's immunization status or lack of documentation that the customer has received an immunization. The Fairhope Film Festival has listed on their website, quote, "Guests entering ticketed events will need to show a vaccination card or a letter from a doctor stating you cannot take a vaccine." I would ask the city to rescind their sponsorship of the Fairhope Film Festival until such time as they come into compliance with state law.
First I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, as far as that,
They
okay.
haven't brought it to my attention or called my office, so I have no way to investigate it or ask or.
We'll let Marcus handle that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be meeting with you, Marcus.
I hadn't heard anything about it.
I hadn't either.
I'll be happy to.
We'll
check
look
into
that
it.
up.
Yeah, I'll be happy to check into it and talk to them.
Yeah, you want
It's not a problem.
to call them up and ask them if that really is their stance?
Okay. No problem.
All right. Well, I'm going to thank you for bringing that to our attention. I'm going to let you take a seat, but then I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
let the council, do y'all have any comments on that, other than just look into it? I mean, have any thoughts on that?
You know, I would have to do my due diligence. I can't speak on something that I'm not familiar with,
They
so.
put it on their website, it must
Yeah.
be their policy, but
And I'm-
until we can talk to, Mary
Right.
and the Dutch Film Festival.
And I don't know all the statutes either, so it's hard for me to speak against it, or if there's a loophole, or I don't, so.
copy for the council if they'd like.
Yeah, if you don't mind, can you give a copy to the city attorney as well?
Yes, sir.
Could I have a copy that I could reference?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, I will close public participation. Appreciate everyone attending tonight, and I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of adjourning, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. All right, we're adjourned. Thank you, council.